The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. You landed here and it's no mistake. You best believe this could be your break. Rub-a-dub-dub, check out the hubs inside. A winning team is here to be your guide. Oh, my friend, you've been looking for a brand new day. I got good news, only a click away. You can click on any hub. You are sure to feel the love. Got some stories in my book, hope you'll take the time and look. The message in this simple read: teens, young adults, help them succeed. Scroll on down, got more to say. Go blogs, let's take it away. If you choose not to do a thing that will ever cause me not to win, when you know your worth, no need to beg. Selling with no pressure is more fun. Instead, financial freedom has been calling you. Come join a hub, see what it will do. Come on and dance along with me. We going to the next level with Keith. The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. The next level. 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 Next level with Keith. The next level. The next level. The next level. Next level with Keith. And if you choose not to do a thing that will ever cause me not to win, when you know your worth, no need to beg. Selling with no pressure is more fun. Instead, the next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith. The next level, the next level, the next level, next level with Keith.
Welcome to the next level with Keith, where clarity replaces confusion and simple systems lead to real freedom. Every episode begins with intention, music that centers your mind, lifts your spirit, and prepares you for transformation. This is your space for growth, your place to reset, your moment to rise. Rethinking your thinking, because when you shift your mind, you shift your money. Stack and grow, where small, intentional steps turn into lasting wins. Simple strategies, real progress. Your circle, your currency, because your network matters. Mobile money moves, business, income, and empowerment from the device in your pocket. This isn't just talk, it's guidance, it's strategy, it's movement. Welcome to the next level with Keith. Let's begin.
Hey, I guess we're having a marathon music tonight. All right, producer, you can kill that music right now. Woo, that was fun. The next level, woo. Next level with Keith, y'all. Let me say again, welcome to the next level with Keith podcast. episode 11. 11, y'all. And we're doing this. I'm so excited to be back with you on a Monday night, March the 2nd, 2026. And I'm always saying, where in the world is the time going? Well, it is flying, that's for sure. Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy to be back. And tonight I got a very nice, I would say, segment for you lined up. So I'm hoping you'll stick around. You know, it's one thing I noticed is that when it comes to views, there's something about views and people who actually watch a program. You know what I'm saying? So for the comments I'm getting, or I've been getting over the last number of weeks, I'm excited that those people, you, I would say, you're responding, you actually leaving your comment. And it means that even if you didn't watch it, at least halfway or all the way through, you could never make those comments. So that means that you've watched enough, heard enough, and digested enough to make a solid comment. And a lot of you are saying some amazing things. A lot of you is telling me that, listen, me, I got to pick my boots up a little bit and get the moving. Some of y'all saying, I've been procrastinating too long. I'm going to start to get on the move. Some of y'all saying, I needed that. And I'm liking those comments because it let me know that this program is causing an effect, a good effect. And that's the idea, is to bring value. All right. A lot of you out there, you're listening on YouTube, maybe you're on Spotify, maybe you're on iRadio, wherever you are, Podbean, you're there. And it means the world. You know who you are. And I'm telling you, tonight's program, I think, is going to be really, really fun. And feel free to engage as you've always been. All right. Engage even more. And you may want to leave some comments, even during the show. Leave some, give me some thumbs up if you like what's going on. Feel free to feel a part because this is a family, this is a network here. And we're working together like one big family. We're going to the next level. See, I took time to make sure I put a song that would get you jumping and get you excited. The next level with Keith. And I got so much more surprises coming to you in the future. All right, just hang in there. It's going to be a good ride. So, tonight's episode, again, I said it's going to be fun. And we're talking about jobs, jobs forecast not taken seriously. That's what I believe. I think the jobs forecast by far too many is not taken seriously enough. You know, we've heard about how many job losses over the last year. Mind blowing how many jobs were lost. And you know what they're saying now? Looking from now into 230, we're going to see an abundance of job losses. So a lot of us, you know, we are in our 40s, we're in our 50s, early 60s, mid 60s, and we're getting there. All right. And the reality is that a lot of us have done well. All right. We've built a solid career, some of us, through what time and hard work. And that is to be applauded. We have remained loyal. And, the fact is that retirement for us right now is looking a lot more appealing. But at the same time, we know that the way how things are changing and how things are moving, especially in this AI world, there's a bit of anxiety. What if I lose my job? What if it's taken by AI? As so many say, look at the world and what's going on with AI. But, you know, when I first heard about AI and this, what they call artificial intelligence, uh, it seems like some foreign away kind of thing. It didn't seem like it was actually home within my space, even though I've been utilizing AI for so long without realizing it was AI. So a lot of us, when you hear the word AI, you might be feeling AI. What is that? I mean, what is it really? You know? And I'm gonna try my best to kind of give you just a layman idea of what I understand about AI. Years ago, I used to call my phone companies. It's like in 10, 20 years ago. I had no issue getting a live person to pay to pay my bill or to ask a question. All right, no issue at all getting a live person. Within the last few years, calling my companies, whether it's my phone company, all right, or other bills, I'm speaking to robots. But when I say robots, it's not a humanoid looking thing like me sitting there answering the phone. It just means that it's just done in a very what do you call it? It's like it's done. It's computerized. All right. It's like it's designed with information, and as you give it information, it's programmed to give it back information. All right. So it would say, "Hello, how can I help you?" That's a voice on the other side of the line. Type in your last four numbers of your social security number. You may say, type in your number. And so with that information, it knows exactly how you're linked in the system and it spits back out to you. Oh, we found your information. How may I help you? That's not a live human being. All right. And sometimes it gives you different directions before it points to a live human being. That's a part of what? AI. All right. So it's all different systems. You know, when you use your phone, that's that's AI at work. So it's not some robot, some kind of space looking thing, robot out there walking around that have hands like us, even though that's also thing that they're built and put the information side of it so it can operate certain kind of way. That's a different kind of AI as far as the form of it. All right. But AI, it's really just how they use information, right? It's how they use information and how it helps you to get things done. In this case, much faster, or they cut the cost. So what a human being could do, um, AI can do it much faster and much cheaper. All right. Now, case in point, when you first heard the program started, you heard a song. Now, 20 years ago, that song to be done would cost anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. All right. I would have to get a producer. All right. Maybe get a songwriter if I wasn't a writer. All right. If it's a live band, then they have to hire the different musicians, a keyboardist, bass player, a drummer, that kind of thing. All right. Or you get an engineer or a producer who can do it all, and they can just produce each instruments as far as instrumentations. All right, and allow it to have this amazing production. All right, and that costs money and time. Now, with the help of AI, no, I didn't write the song. I wrote it, but I used AI to assist me. All right. So the AI is like I have a keyboard player. It's like I have a drummer. It's like I have a bass player. It's like I have a keyboard. I have a string. I have horns. I have everything at my fingertip. And with the right prompting and the right things, you heard a song that was done relatively very, very, very quickly. All right. And it sounds like a full production that would cost 5, 6, 7, 10 grand. That's the reality of AI. So looking at a lot of us, like I said, 40s, 50s, 60s, this is what this particular segment is really geared towards, that age group. Doesn't mean that if you're younger, you can't get value from this or learn from this. All right. But I'm speaking to the particular group tonight that you are pretty much in the middle of this AI transition as far as where it's going and how rapidly it's moving. All right. So looking at automation, all right, that is what is going to be so disruptive about the entire thing is the way it can be automated. Yeah, a lot of us think about you may one day have or you may have it now. You may have a refrigerator that you can actually control from outside. You can control your AC, right? Air conditioning your home from outside. You can start your car. All those are AI, all right? It's artificial intelligence at work in so many areas. So when you hear them say the next couple of years, most of the jobs that we see now are going to be or can be replaced with AI. It's not a joke. All right. And so I'm trying to utilize this particular platform here because I'm in that age group. I'm in the 40 to 70 age bracket. All right. And the point is that I'm seeing this thing live and it's moving very fast, very scary. You know what I'm saying? And it's really sad that um so many black women who are known to be the most educated, you know, equipped, and they were so prominent and also prominent within the governmental arena in federal government. And to see so many of them lose their jobs, it's pretty scary. And we're not talking about the males or even other nationalities. I'm talking about just black women alone. It's pretty powerfully scary stuff. But the reality is that we can do something about it because knowledge is power. All right. And, you know, changes is the only thing that's constant. There's going to always be changes. The key is that are we ready for the change? All right. Um, I've survived recessions. All right. This is not just hype. I'm too experienced to be replaced. But ongoing forecast doesn't cancel it. Some people don't put what they say. I've survived recessions. You know what I'm saying? It's just a hype thing. It's all the AI stuff. It's overrated. People getting too excited about it, are too worried about it. And someone said I'm too experienced to be replaced. A lot of folks who lost their job recently, they were thinking those same thoughts. All right. But guess what? But by ignoring the forecast, what's predicted, what they're saying, it doesn't cancel. It doesn't cancel it. All right. It only delays preparation. If you have that mindset, you will take longer, you'll procrastinate, and you'll be one of the ones who are surprised. And so that's where the rethink your thinking comes in very handy. That's where you're thinking. Are you rethinking? Are you really spending time to realize where do I fit in this arena? Am I really being thoughtful enough? Am I really preparing? Am I getting the right information? Am I within the right circle? All right. And so waiting could cost you a lot. Waiting could cost you so much. And so that's something that you don't want to do. And especially talking 40, 50, 60s. You know, that's it. That's like the coming to the third, fourth quarter of your life, the winter part of your life. All right. So here are three reasons starting now will beat your waiting. All right. Three reasons why you want to consider this and not wait. Is one, experience is valuable, but skills can age quickly. All right. Study shows studies show up to 40% of roles face high AI exposure. Routine coordination, reporting, and administrative tasks are especially vulnerable. What kind of job do you have? Right? Office jobs there somewhere, reporting, administrative stuff. Those things are going to be quickly gone away because of AI. If you delay learning digital tools or AI systems, you may compete with younger professionals already fluent in them. All right. Now, I'm going somewhere with this podcast, and I want you to hang around because I have a big surprise for you while I'm talking about this AI stuff. Because a lot of us, we really don't have the mind to even get into AI. We're thinking something that's kind of just out of our reach, right? But I'm gonna show you some ways you can be a part of this and win. All right. But I want you to stay with me. I mentioned earlier that a lot of us we view, but some actually really view and watch. But to view and click away, you may miss something. And if you do have to go, I hope that you will just revisit this podcast or check out my YouTube channel. All right. And watch it because I have some real good nuggets in this podcast. All right. Real powerful stuff. I want to share with you how you can be a part of this and will not get left behind. So moving along. So, right. So those who adapt early, all right, they combine their wisdom, their experience with technology. Oh, they can go somewhere. All right. That's a powerful leverage. A lot of what the young folks have, they may have the know-how and the skills, but they don't have the experience, the years that you have. So that's something that you can leverage, but you have to get into it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started getting into the I'll call it AI as far as more hands-on, like I would go on my phone and I'll find the apps, right, where I can do different things, whether it's put a blog together or whether it's make music. I realized that I've learned so much in a very short time. I learned so much in a very short time. But guess what the key was? I had to start somewhere. I had to. At first, for me, it was a dreaded thing. It just looked like it was something that was out of my reach. But I started, and where I am right now to when I first started is pretty cool. All right, pretty. I'm pretty happy with my progress from when I first heard about these applications. All right, these apps that you can use. Oh my goodness, to where I'm now. I'm very excited. I'm seeing myself doing even much more within the coming weeks and months. All right. So, as we think about technology, remember that your thinking plays a role. And yes, even though it may seem a bit overwhelming or a bit beyond you, just give it a shot. All right, give it a shot. Start small. Start small. Get into a network. Get into a circle. We have some things here that I share with people. My hubs. All right, spend some time and check out those hubs. I have folks in there who are age bracket, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, who are doing it, and they tell you how to approach it. Someone give you a sense of motivation. They kind of just empower you, inspire you. And sometimes we need to see that. We need to see people like us, same age bracket, all right, who are doing it. And it does give us that extra boost, right? And who don't need a boost every once in a while? I know I do. All right. So yes, so we're thinking is where it starts. So I'm hoping that you're thinking more and don't see this as a boogeyman coming to get you, but it really is a part of our lives, and it is been more integrated into everything that we do. All right. So sometimes it's best to get with it, all right, and don't resist it, and find your way in it. How you can find your leverage and still win. And as we look at this, we want to take some time, and we want to kind of have a moment for partnership, right? We do have partners that we love, and we want to look at WAMO at this time.
This moment is for builders, visionaries, and brands with purpose. If you want access, alignment, and momentum, not just motivation, this is your step forward. Join the next level with Keith channel members. Whether you're a freedom chaser, freedom supporter, next level insider, or next level builder, this is where growth gets structure and community becomes currency. And for partners with a mission, we don't just promote brands. We position purpose. Bring your cause, your company, your message, and let's amplify it with intention and impact. Membership opens the door.
Women and Men of Excellence Outreach Ministries is a global church without walls. We're serving communities through live services, prayer intervention, and outreach that changes lives. Support our $500 monthly giving drive at WAMOE.org/give. Shop with purpose at faithmerchandise.com, featuring Dr. Faith's Miracle Lemonade. Book Dr. Faith for therapy, speaking, or ministry at drfaithreborn.com. Grow through professional connection and vocational training at theexcelproject.com. Subscribe to our monthly newsletter and follow us on socials at WAMO Ministries. Become a great motivator. Help us empower minds for success in the kingdom of God.
Yes, yes, WAMO. Before we go even any further, I'm gonna camp here just a little bit, just for a little bit. I'm gonna pause you a little bit. Preparing is not just professional, it's community driven. And women and men of excellence outreach ministry is committed to leadership, development, and community impact. That's what WAMO is about. All right. So, because when we strengthen people, we strengthen families. All right. If you believe in building stable leaders in unstable times, consider supporting WAMO. Right. So visit wamo.org/give. All right. You support fuels empowerment. It really, really makes a difference. And I know that those of you who are feeling the alignment, all right, and listen to that voice, the inner voice that speaks. And like I said, it's not the amount that has to be so big and massive, the small 10, 15, 20, $25 goes a long way. The goal is to raise $500 every month. And some of you can do that with just one check. That's how blessed you are. All right. So we're looking for you to actually align with this vision and make them even more of an impact as I would say, they're like boots on the ground as they impact lives in the communities. Yes. So getting back to what I was saying earlier, looking at someone who is 40, 50 losing their jobs. What's it like re-entering back into the job world? Many people now are trying to. All right. And many folks who actually retired find that they didn't have enough as far as income. So a lot of them went back into the job world, 50, 60 now, and I've seen them. It's not easy. But the thing about re-entering into the job market after 50 is actually very tough. It's a very tough thing. You know, the world we live in. And it is said that, people who are elderly a lot of times go to the most discrimination. They're discriminated against the most sometimes, and they are considered leftovers in many cases, and not needed and not necessary. It's a sad reality, um, but it is what it is. And so, if disruption hits, as I'm saying earlier, if it hits unexpectedly, job searches what often takes long. It will take long at that age. Age bias is real. That's just the way the world is. You know, rebuilding income at this age can what impact retirement timelines significantly. So many people right now who should have been retired at maybe 60, 65, or maybe even earlier are working well into their 70s, 75, 80s. Really sad. Right? Preparing now builds a safety net so you are not scrambling later. All right. Three, that was two. We're entering the job market, right? At age 50. Now I'm talking about three now. Time is your greatest asset, and it's limited. Time is the greatest asset, but it is limited. You're not 20 anymore, 30. Looking at now 50, 60, 70. That's for real. All right. So in your 40s to 60s, waiting compresses your compounding window. Things are closing in. A small side income started today grows over 3 years. The same income 3 years from now is simply recovery. Preparation turns stress into stability. You'll have less stress, all right? And believe me, I heard that number one killer is stress. All right. So having issues and having problems is part of life, but having stress or worse, unnecessary stress, or even worse, stress that you could have avoided, all right, by making certain moves now. And so preparation again is going to be a vital key to the component of what we're talking about here, preparation. So when you hear AI, don't be scared. As someone said, don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's not going to bite you. All right. And again, like I said, the hubs are here to give you some kind of direction if you've never even looked at it before, if you've never thought about it before. All right. And I'll tell you, I have some surprise for you if you hang around for a little bit. All right. How you can be a part of this world. And some of you may be looking for that side hustle or that extra supplementary income. All right. It's within your hands reach. I promise you. So now let's look at what we call stacking it all up together. Stack and grow. Are we growing? Are we stacking or what? Oh, what are we doing? All right. Stack and grow, y'all. Check this out. Yes, we're stacking, we're growing. See, you don't need drastic things, no big bombs going off, explosives happening. All right. You don't need those things to see a difference or to feel a difference. All right. You don't need those drastic changes, just smart stacking. So here are two simple moves. Are you listening? Yeah, I'll give you two simple moves. You can call them secrets, all right, or you can call them nuggets, all right. But hopefully you'll Take these nuggets and what? Implement them, because implementation, again, is the key. Is wanting to hear something, is wanting to implement something. All right. So that's the hope. That's the hope here. Looking at this, one, learn one AI boosting skill. Just one. All right. Dedicate 20 to 30 minutes daily to practical learning. Tools like ChatGPT, LinkedIn, learning all your YouTube tutorials. Right. The YouTube tutorials can actually help you so much. One of the most common, I would say, lines or a statement that's used on YouTube is how to. How do I make a chocolate cake? How do I make ice cream? How do I put the tiles in my bathroom together? How do I, this one is nice. How do I make ackee and sawfish? How do I make curry chicken? How would I make pizza? All right. That's a statement on YouTube. You can type in the search. And guess what happens? You may see 20, 30, 40 people come, hey, say, listen, I can show you how to do it. Because people want to share. And it's funny because people are sharing. These folks are also earning too. A lot of these folks are earning by sharing. So you go and you say, listen, I want to learn how to make pizza. You click on one of those. You may like to see a female or a male instead. You can choose what video you want to watch. Sometimes the video that's has no persons on there. It's just a voice. Options, all right? But by you doing those small things, you're getting to actually work yourself around the system. All right, that's learning. That's acquiring knowledge. All right, you're getting information, and you've been actively involved in that growth. But there's small little things. So right, so tutorials are all over the place. All right, um, and so these are things that you can do to start to begin. Some of you are well on your way already. All right, and I'm not sure if you heard about this recently, or these programs that they're having now, where they're saying you need about 10, 15 minutes per day for like a month and learn a new AI skill. Amazing. So they're saying, folks, if you're over 40, they're saying it's perfect for you. You're 50, it's perfect for you. All right. And folks are diving in more and more. Now, the reality is that, yes, some of you may not be there yet, but I believe you can and will get there. The other one is this: two, launch a low effort side income. You can launch a low effort side income. Now we're getting warmer now. I'm getting to where I want to get. And if you hang with me, I'm telling you what you can do. All right. Consulting, mentoring, freelance administration, right? Virtual support. These are AI skill sets that you can use. Teaching your expertise online. So a lot of you know stuff because you have experience, you have years of experience, and you can teach these things online. It's so funny because there are many people here in the States, in America, who travel to other countries. They call them third world countries, Caribbeans, Africans, and they would learn those things that people do naturally and monetize it. Can you imagine? They would just go with a video camera and they would say, cook me all these meals and let me record it for you while they're cooking the meals. And who's making the money? They get all that data. You know what? When they say data is like oil, it's an information. It's like people taking their life story or something that they find that's interesting in their lives and just put it on camera. Just record it. I got to make it into a video or uh, a radio setting or a podcast setting, and people connect, and there you go. It's monetized. All right. So yes, these are things that you can do as far as your side, small building bricks, kind of earning an income. All right. So these things you need a 9 to 5. You've probably been there, you've done that 20, 30, 40 years. You're not trying to go back there anymore. Just want something supplemental, something that's reachable, doable, not overwhelming, not backbreaking, and just things you can do from the comfort of your home. All right. And highly mobile, right? And we need that. So, yes. And you can also maintain your job if you have one and not be overwhelmed. All right. Not be overwhelmed because of, again, the tools and how you can learn to use them. So, this is one where you can stack your skills, right? And grow your leverage. Not so crazy. And I'll tell you something. Um, I'm a perfect example because I'm not techie at all. I'm really not. And some of what I do, I'm like, wow, I did that all because, all because I made a step. And you know what? They're trying to make things easier, right? Things that was for me maybe something out of reach 5, 10 years ago. Like I wouldn't even think about it as far as even doing it. I wouldn't even think about it. If I dreamt it, I would say it's a nightmare. Somebody wake me up. And now I'm saying, wow, it's not so hard. At least some basic things. It's not so hard. It just takes you to start and to start to practice it. All right. So if I say, check out the hub, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Not that hard. You go to my podcast, podcast.keithmerritt.com. Go check it out. I think it's on your screen as well. All right. A lot is there. A lot is curated there just for you. So if you see me as someone at your in your age group, you say this guy looks like he's about 45. Well, thank you. Some of you are saying 30. Oh my God, thank you. Jesus, 30 is good. But no, you may say I'm 45, you may say I'm 50, you may say I'm 55, you may say I'm 60, you may take all those ages. I'll take them all. The point is that I'm in a category. I'm in that 40 to 60 bracket. And the point is that because of the network that you're in, and you can be part of this network like others are part of this network, all right, and we can grow and learn. I teach you what I know, I share what I know, and guess what? We grow together, all right, because I'm still growing. I'm not there yet, all right, but I'm growing, all right. These blogs are written by myself. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but these blogs were written by myself. They were furnished even more because of a network that I have. Who's the key that got you? Now I'm helping with the finishing touch. So I may bake the cake, but they haven't put the icing on the cake. All right, makes it even more attractive. That's the idea. Because no man is an island. We work together as a team, as a network, and still maintain our individuality. We don't lose ourselves. So why am I doing this? Because I feel like I'm in my element. For many, many years, I actually promoted so many different things. All right. And felt good about it, and I did it with my motive. I believe that was in the right place. I believe my motive was in the right place. I believe that there are times I didn't understand what I was doing. There are times when I think I became selfish though because I didn't see the big picture. There are times when I was confused. There are times when I just didn't know how to connect the dots. All right. And it's real. That's just my real story. But I think what I realized is that over time, I realized that one thing that didn't change was my name. I might have changed companies, all different names. Some were in wellness, some were in health, some were in electronics, communications, some were some are different areas. And I changed this name, I changed that name, I changed that name, that company, that company. But one thing didn't change was Keith. My name stayed the same. So what happened now, opposed to 10, 20 years ago, is that I'm now learning how to brand myself and still maintain who I am and share what I've been through, what works for me, what impacted me, what can work for you, I believe, what is working for me now and can work for you as well. All right. Because one thing about testing something and seeing the proof of it, like, wait a minute. I talked about the fact that I recently tried this product, all right? Reds and greens, all right? And my health has been transformed in a way that I'm just so happy. Now, I talked about it. I have a twin brother who tried it. He's saying, wait a minute, Keith, this stuff is working. He feels difference. He went to the doctor. He had some feedback on his health. He was very happy. So it's good to have some. It's good when you have something that you've tested, and there's more folks who are having good experiences with the same product, right? And I can say, listen to me. Have you checked out my passive income hub? Have you checked out my family protection hub? You might see it there because guess what? Guess what happened? You want to protect your family not only financially, but health wise. Not only legally, but health wise. All right. So the hubs are there for a reason, is to give you more direct information that you don't have to go around and search too hard. And then from there now, you can now take it from there and expand your own journey. How you want to look at um, um, protect your family in all different areas. But this is a starting point for you. It's direct, it's right for you. I talked about my experience with passive income. I talked about the fact that a lot of you can align yourself with companies who are in AI, into AI as their foundation. So guess what happened? Maybe I can't drive yet, but I can get into a cab. Someone can drive me until I can drive myself. I may be going to a particular trip or journey. All right. I hop on the bus or the train. The train takes me there. The train has this infrastructure. The train has been built. It has the stuff inside of it already. I just get on board and I get to my journey. So some of these things is that while you're learning and growing, you can still be earning and you can still be moving in that direction because these companies saying, listen to me, we have mastered AI. We have had these things. We're using it. And guess what? You'll be a part of us. And so what happened to you? That's the idea. And that's one thing I want you to stress on, that sometimes don't wait until you get there. You don't have to wait until you get there. You can walk and chew at the same time. You can walk and chew at the same time. So while you're learning, you're into the spaces or the entities that are doing AI and are maximizing it and making it work for you. All right. So I wanted to consider that. Now, before I go any further, we're going to do another special highlight. So this is a moment for partnership with GFI HM Ministry.
This moment is for builders, visionaries, and brands with purpose. If you want access, alignment, and momentum, not just motivation, this is your step forward. Join the next level with Keith channel members. Whether you're a freedom chaser, freedom supporter, next level insider, or next level builder, this is where growth gets structure and community becomes currency. And for partners with a mission, we don't just promote brands. We position purpose. Bring your cause, your company, your message, and let's amplify it with intention and impact. Membership opens the door. Partnership expands the reach.
Gospel Foundation International Healing Ministries is a Bible-based ministry. Through worship, prayer, and deliverance, we help individuals find restoration. We equip believers to build stronger families and healthier communities. Footprints of Faith Radio shares real stories of healing and hope. Bible Talk for Children helps kids develop strong moral foundations. Apply for sponsored digital advancement support for growing your reach. Your support makes this possible. We're aiming for a $500 monthly goal. Support, partner, or give today at gfihministries.org/give.
It's a place that's real.
Yes, yes, yes. GFIH Ministries, another powerful ministry. And they're doing pretty great. And again, just want to say, listen, you can support this ministry with your tax deductible donations. $10, $20, $50, whatever you feel in your heart. All right. They're trying to raise 500 per month. That's the goal. It's a very small goal, given the amount of people that can give just even a few dollars. When it all comes together, never feel that what you have is too small. Never feel that way, because it's not the big size that normally works. Is the many little things that come together, as I talked about the while ago, stack and grow and build it up, that makes it happen. All right. So this a ministry that really, again, is on the ground. They're international. I understand that much is going on in different countries: Tanzania, Ghana. All right, that's all over. Nigeria. All right, and they're really growing and really just take it to another level, which I really admire. So if you feel an alignment here, feel free to take part. All right, and be a blessing. So yes, so you tell me, who's around you, who makes it happen for you, who do you call when you're having difficulty. A lot of you, sometimes you have what you call your kids, and they're smart. They know about these tech stuff and these devices, how they work. And you have mom and dad or big brother saying, "Hey, help me with this, help me with that. Help me with my Instagram page or help me with my Facebook page. Can you help me set up my this?" And guess what happened? They're not paid. They're glad to help you. I'm trying if you actually get help from your circle. I don't understand how powerful that is. All right. I remember my dad. So funny because I remember when he, yeah, of course, got older, and my mom was not so well physically, and for him it was very difficult for him to manage her. And I remember I said, no, I have to live with my mom and dad because I'm seeing where they're struggling. And so at the time, I was the only one that was not married. I was a free bird in a way. So I'm like, you know what, I can flex more. So I went to live with them for a while. And it was say, Key, can you find me the station on the radio, this channel here, right? That he couldn't find. I was like, oh, no problem. Oh, can you set my watch for me? The one, those cellar watches, what I'm saying? He didn't understand how to use it. I was like, okay, no problem. I set it for him. Those small things. I was in his circle. So who's in his circle? So we talk about your circle, your currency. Oh, that's massive. Yep, your circle. Oh yeah, your circle, your currency is no joke. I mean, I got a whole new appreciation for this term, your circle, your currency. I have a whole new respect and appreciation for that thing, because I think a lot of us don't even understand the value of what we have, and even worse, we haven't we not sometimes we don't capitalize on it, or we don't even know how to capitalize on it. You think about, for many years, African countries were, you would say, they were raped that was great. I don't want to use the all word, but were great by other countries and countries who came in and took away their raw materials, their gold, their silver, their metal, their iron. They came in, set up shop, and would extract and suck the life out of these countries if they had a chance. Take away all their natural resources because the country themselves didn't know how to harness those things. Was it there? It was always there because they didn't know how to harness it. Other nations came in and had a field day. It's of lately, a lot of them are waking up like, wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. What's going on? We have to get our feet back. A lot of them now are now saying, no, enough is enough. And they're finding ways and means to harness their own natural resources. All right. And so your circle is your currency. Preparation is influenced by your circle. And some people, you hang around them, they were like, oh, this AI stuff, oh, I'm not bother with these things. And I tell you, some people, I mean, God bless them. They're so, I would say, panicky and scary and scared that all they can see is God coming back. God coming back. So they're not planning for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 10 years. They're not planning for that. They don't see that in their vernacular at all. There's no way they see the world for the next 5, 10 years. They see it's gonna end. There's no way. See, I grew up in church and I hold many of my foundational truths, many of my foundational ideals, beliefs is rooted in the Bible. It says a whole lot of things. And one thing it tells me to do is to occupy until he comes. Occupy until he comes. It means to stay busy, stay active. We're made to have dominion. All right. So a lot of folks, they're retreating from engagement. What is political engagement? What is community engagement? Whether it's educational engagement. And so they're retreating to a point of just waiting for this sky to open and God come back. I'm not saying they're incorrect for believing that, or they're not nice for believing that. But the point is that what if it doesn't come back in 10 years or 20 years? I remember I was 20 when I could have sworn, based on what I was hearing around me. Remember my circling and my influence, what I was hearing in the churches, the older folks, was that this God was going to come back definitely before I get married. I was sure that I was not going to get married based on what I was hearing. It was going to come back before I got married. That's the way it sounded. So I was like, I better get married quickly because I don't know if I have much time. My circle, they weren't bad people, but here am I, not just only married, but have kids that's older than that, close to that age. How do you explain that? Well, will they have kids one day too? Make me a grandfather? That's the reality. So what if it doesn't come back? What happens then? All right. So the point is that your circle, the way they speak to you, the way they communicate to you, the way they influence you, is significant, and you have to be very cognizant of that. You got to be aware of that. So 3 mistakes many make. All right. One, staying in the same professional bubble. Stay in the same professional bubble. If everyone around you dismisses change, you may do the same thing too. If your circle's saying Let's stay where we are, hold on for dear life, hope for the best, don't make changes. You may find yourself doing the same thing too. Number two, knowing what to do, but delaying. I start after this busy season. That season rarely ever ends. You never start. Three, underestimating small habits. Reading one article weekly, learning one tool monthly, making one new connection weekly. Tiny disciplines build massive advantage. You have no idea how much I appreciate you who leave a comment on my videos. And I try to spend time to read all of my comments. I'm not saying I can in the future if they get to be that many, but I try my best to reach all your comments. And I would sometimes respond and reply. I think it's shown value that I care about you. It means a whole lot because you don't have to. There's so many things online you could be doing or watching or seeing other than spending time here, right? On the next level with Keith. So it means a lot. And I'm so much more excited when I see you saying, I'm making a change. I'm thinking about a change. I'm shifting some things around. I'm seeing what I wasn't seeing before. I'm seeing the necessity of me developing myself, growing. Those are powerful things. And that's the idea. So your circle, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. This podcast here is a part of your circle. And maybe it's helping you to get out of that rut that you're in with others who are in your circle. All right. Maybe it's giving you a source of inspiration or strength or confidence. All right. Now, I'm not one to sell at this point. And I don't think nothing's wrong with selling. I think selling should be where there's no pressure because I'm at a point now where it doesn't matter if anyone even watches this podcast. I can come on here and nobody watches this podcast. And I'm still happy because I know what's going on behind the scenes in my life. I see what's moving that no one else probably even see. This is just one area aesthetically that people can see. And so they may say, oh, okay, he has this amount of view, that amount of view, that amount of XYZ, and they make their own judgment as what they think things are. All right. I'm far beyond that. So people who gets it, they're gonna get it. People who sees it, they're gonna see it. All right. And right now, I'm telling you, I am so excited about what's going on with the fact that I'm seeing movements because I made some movements. Because I started something 5 months ago, 6 months ago, 7 months ago. I'm like, wow, look what happened in 7 months. All right. I'm trying to put that into your hands. I know a lot of you out there don't care much about techie stuff. And I don't either. You don't care too much about trying to figure things out. You've been to the school, you've been to college, homework, assignments, research, papers, plus your kids' school and their homework and their paper. Some of you feel like you've gone to school 10 times already because each kid was a schooling for you. And you're like, I've had it. Can I do something that won't exhaust me? I won't cause me to be out of my element of relaxation and my element of just moving at my own pace. I have the perfect things for you here in on this particular site. I want you to just check it out because that's what I'm experiencing. All right, the passive income hub. I'm telling you, you gotta check it out and see what's in there. All right, that's your job. Is to be a little curious, right? I'm gonna say it right. That's your job. Be a little curious. All right, and see for yourself. All right. I mean, I tell you, you see, I wrote a book, and you know that was tedious. It really wasn't easy. I'm talking much easier than that, far easier than me trying to write a book. All right. Now, I must give you some reality. There are people today who are writing books with AI within minutes. A new book, a new program, a new workbook. I mean, a new ebook within seconds, done. I'm talking about I wrote it with a pencil and pen. I didn't use AI to write the book. That was hard. I wouldn't say hard. I mean, it took something out of me. I had to be disciplined enough, all right, to go through the process. And I think I wrote it like 2 or 3 times, all right? The reality is that, folks, the reality is that I'm talking easy ABC stuff here. That's where I'm pointing you. And as I get older, I want it to be easier. If I wear shoes, I want it to be more comfortable. All right. It's just the way it is. All right. I think we share the same. I think you can identify with me that you want the same kind of approach. I'm not trying to burn this stuff out, burn the midnight oil at 40, 50, 60. You don't have to because of what the world is presenting to us. It's up to us to not be afraid and step into it. And we see how we can actually become successful. All right. So that's what I'm trying to really bring out in this podcast because the job world for many is scary. And in the winter of your life, 40, 50, 60s, going to your winter, it's the last time you want to be dealing with job losses, not being prepared, not having that side income. That's the last thing you want to happen. Many of you have had savings and you feel comfortable, and that's a good thing. But 1 or 2 bad incidents can wipe that out. It really can. So there are ways you can actually get income that is perpetual. It goes on and on because the bills are perpetual. All right, they're passive. They're always coming. So get passive income to match it. And so the others like me who have gone out and did the hard work, the hard digging. I listened to my coach and my mentor here, and one thing I realized is that she sent something to me and said, I'm not here to be your leader in that sense. I'm not here to do what you're supposed to do your job, but I'm here to give you a scope and better understanding of what you have to be able to leverage it, understand it. Right? Her job is to give me the tools and give me some directions. All right. How to manipulate and manage those tools effectively. Makes sense. All right. For me, sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean it's a bad thing because uncomfortability sometimes it breeds you growing. All right. So the point is that within the network now, then you now know how to what manage and find yourself and see that you have resources. So my job now is to maximize my network, maximize my community. All right. It may take some time for me to learn it well and be able to do it effectively. All right. But first, you have to have the mind. All right. Do I really want to get this thing? All right. So while some people are doing the harder work, you might be doing the easy work. All right. So it takes that kind of approach. All right. And, you know, I'm look at this thing here that we often always talk about in my podcast. And we talk about how money moves, mobile money moves, how we can make it happen. We know that we're constantly moving. All right. We're constantly finding ways to make things happen. And A lot of us, we have built a solid, I would say, career or a solid pathway. We made some really good decisions in our lives from young. And if you're one of those people, hey, kudos, congratulations. Um, Unfortunately, many of us have not. We weren't very, I would say, thoughtful or meticulous in our approach in our younger days. Some of us were lacking the knowledge and know-how. We didn't know how to implement certain things. And now we're trying to do that in our later years. Good thing is that it's possible. Good thing is that it's happening on a very wide scale. In fact, more than I thought. A lot of people my age and younger and older, they're like, wow, they're so happy because they feel that they have a second chance, second wind because of these technologies being that's coming out, that's being presented to the world. So your smartphone, for example, this is a powerful tool that many of us don't even think about half the time. The smartphone, guess what happened? It's already in your hand. You don't have to go buy one. A lot of you already have a phone. You're not trying to figure out how it works. You can use it already. You can take a picture, you can take a video, text, you can email. Those are basic things. Some of you can do some stuff like even disappearing messages. All right. You can get on your Facebook, you can get on your LinkedIn, get on your Instagram. All right. You can do so much on your phone right now. All right. But are you using it intentionally? Are you trying to leverage it? All right. So think about mobile money moves. Think about that concept there. All right. What you can do with that? Offer freelance service using your career experience. Your phone can help with that. Create short educational content from your expertise. Some of you are maybe good with sewing, crocheting, maybe with even gardening, good with children. Some of you good with storytelling. Oh man, the list goes on. Cooking. Some of you even have a good eye for interior decorating. Here, you're good with so many different things. Those are what things that you can use and can be monetized. And it doesn't require any heavy overhead, any heavy inventory. All right. Those are things you can think about. Your phone can move from a convenience device to an income engine. There's no way I think you should have a phone and not have a second income coming in. It may be small. All right. My first, the first amount that I saw on my YouTube channel when it was monetized, the first amount that I saw that came in was 6 cents. 6 cents. Now, people say, what is that? That's no money. It's nothing. 6 cents. Not 6 cents now. My point is that it worked. Whatever you did, whatever it is, it somebody clicked on something, something happened, it worked. 6 cents came in. I worked in a high school for several years. And I remember a couple of years, kids were just throwing away pennies and nickels and dimes like it was nothing. I'm like, are you serious? They would just throw it away. I started picking up pennies, nickels, and dimes. Believe it, by the time the year was over, I had almost $300 in coins, not dollars, not paper dollars, coins. I was just picking up these small things and put it in my thing. And I got home almost $300 in just coins that people were throwing away. Amazing. So mobile money moves. It's a real big deal. It's a big situation. You have a lot at your hand. And so therefore, you can watch me on this podcast. You can leave a comment. That's heavy stuff right there. You click on the hub. As a matter of fact, if you are watching this particular podcast and you feel clearer about AI, please type in the chat. I'm clearer. All right, this part I'm clearer, or you can probably I understand more, or I understand. Right? Because like I said, sometimes some things may, for some people, maybe a bit more harder to grasp because it's not something that they're into or never really paid attention to it. All right. But AI is all around us. It's all there's no way to escape. It's just there. And it's been there. All right. So before I even get further to closing out this segment here, I want to just highlight another partner.
This moment is for builders, visionaries, and brands with purpose. If you want access, alignment, and momentum, not just motivation, this is your step forward. Join the next level with Keith channel members. Whether you're a freedom chaser, freedom supporter, next level insider, or next level builder, this is where growth gets structure and community becomes currency. And for partners with a mission, we don't just promote brands. We position purpose. Bring your cause, your company, your message, and let's amplify it with intention and impact. Membership opens the door.
Strong organizations are built on more than strategy, they're built on people. At Human Impact Development Consulting, we help organizations strengthen leadership and support staff well-being. We put clear people systems in place that actually work. From HR advisory and policy development to leadership support, we cover it all. Our approach is practical, ethical, and people-centered. If ready for clarity, confidence, and sustainable impact, visit sandrinedunkley.com. Human Impact Development Consulting, where people systems meet performance.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. I hope you're having fun tonight because I'm having fun. I am excited tonight. And yes, we're coming down. But again, here comes your part. All right. So when it's all said and done, here comes the most important part. Are you going to take action? Are you going to take action? Because that's where the magic happens. I took mine some time ago. All right. But are you going to take action? If you do nothing, and you can choose to, if you do nothing, a sudden disruption could strain savings retirement. Period. If you do nothing, a sudden disruption could strain savings and retirement. You may watch others advance while you play catch up. And I know you don't want that. Preparing is not panic, it is positioning. All right. So you have the power in action taken. And so I'm encouraging you, your 40s, 50s, 60s. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your season. All right. You have the experience. You have a lot of knowledge. Now, how are we going to harness that? All right. And make those small, impactful decisions that will transform your trajectory. How are you going to do that? All right. So you think about unifying. Think about family. You think about network. Let those words be words that you ponder on and think on. Networking, teamwork, mentorship, learning, growing, stacking, you circle. All right. And I'm telling you, I made some decisions 7 months ago, 6 months ago. And I'm telling you, my life will never be the same. And I'm just trying in the most humblest way to let you know that you too are right there. I want to take you with me. I won't leave you behind at all. No way. All right. I was taught from a young child to share, be kind. And what I would like for myself, I want to give it to others. All right. I think that's a very important law that we should have. I like people to share with me, so I'm gonna share. I like people to give me insights, so I give insights. I like people to give me stuff that works, so I'm doing the same in people what I believe works. So my final thought is this. So at age 40 to 60, time isn't endless, but it's powerful when used wisely. The next 3 years will reward those who act early. I guarantee you that. Ignore the forecast, you risk regret. Embrace it. Embrace it. Don't run from it. And turn experience into leverage. So don't ignore the job forecast. If they say it's going to rain tomorrow, you know what you do? You take out your umbrella. If it's going to snow a certain amount of snow next day, like it did recently, we got our gears out for that. And so, with the same mindset, want to look at jobs. And if you don't believe me, type in your Google. Because some people go to ChatGPT, and may go to Gemini, may go to Sunu, all different ones they can go to. It's for information. There's so many apps out now, AI apps. But if you're not sure, go to Google and say, Google, what do the job market look like next 2 years from now? Do it yourself and see what spits out. Come back at you. Forget about what I'm saying for a minute. Just type in your Google. How many jobs were lost over the last year to AI? Just type it into your Google chat and see what happens. Don't take my word for it. All right? And you tell me what you see. Come back at you. So we're talking serious decision making here. We don't have much time to make the decision and to act on these things. All right? So you start small, upgrade daily, and guess what happened? This will protect your future and your family's future. Let's build a legacy. All right? But it starts with you and I. Again, thank you for being here on this podcast. Thank you, engineer, producers. You guys are amazing. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. The team, you guys rock. God bless every one of you. May God every one of you and give you strength as you help to make this happen so others can see what's happening here and hopefully grab it and run with it. Because a lot of what we have is not for us, it's for somebody else. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you on episode 12. God bless. This is your boy Keith, The Next Level with Keith. You stay blessed.
This moment is for builders, visionaries, and brands with purpose. If you want access, alignment, and momentum, not just motivation, this is your step forward. Join the Next Level with Keith channel members. Whether you're a freedom chaser,
If today's episode spoke to you, it's because you're ready. Ready for your money to work for you. Ready for practical steps, not just motivation. Ready for faith-led financial freedom. Ready to build stability, peace, and confidence for your family. You're not alone on this journey. The Next Level isn't just a podcast. It's a movement toward freedom, one episode at a time. Stay connected. Listen anytime at podcast.keithmerritt.com. Explore the Next Level Movement Hub. Subscribe on YouTube at Keith Merritt. Like, share, comment. Your engagement helps this message reach more families. Take your next step. Visit keithmerritt.com/impact/the next level. Subscribe for the latest blog from the Freedom Resource Hub and join the Next Level Resource Network. Choose the hub that fits your journey: music and speaking, family protection, digital learning, passive income, or Keith's book and reading hub. Press play. Take action. Your next level is calling.